So, now we are ready, and here's my audience. Can you see yourselves, audience? Hi. Do you see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we have
much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mannequins. Wait, no, we don't. They're not mannequins. Okay, there we are. Thank you very much. And now you can start that, and I'll start this. My name is Lawson Hunsicker, and I'm in the Communications 101 class, and I am going to talk tonight about how you can have an enjoyable, stress-free international dinner party for your friends and family, and they will love it, and your tools are going to be the internet and your friends and your imagination. I've been throwing themed dinner parties for almost 40 years. So I enjoy watching the ideas on food TV, but I think that they're way too much work for most of us who have busy lives. So I'm going to tell you how to do it easily, and bam, you're going to have a dinner party. So the first thing that you need to do is be able to choose your friends that you want to come. And when you do that, you'll set up the time, and you'll brainstorm with each other about what country you want to visit. So set up your people, and set up your place, and set up your time. And when you set up your place, it needs to be a place that is somewhat accessible, hopefully. If you don't have friends who love to do things like fix chicken paprikash, which would mean have Hungarian night, your friends will cook chicken paprikash, then it's a good idea to go to the wine section of the grocery and see what countries they have represented there, or the international aisle of the grocery, or if your town has specialty stores. A lot of towns have Greek restaurants, Mexican groceries, Russian groceries, German bakeries, and make use of these things that you have available. So you would use your people to decide how to do that. What country you want to go to. So once you have picked that country, which is accessible and has appeal to your people, then it's time to go online. And on the internet, you can do simple searches in any of the search machines by asking any question, like, what are the foods of Australia? What are the candies of Australia? What are the phrases of Australia? And as you do that and follow those links, you will find multiple areas of interest that will just naturally guide you where you need to go with that. And on that you can find not only the specialty foods of the area, but also where the specialty markets for that are in the country. And you'll be able to order from them specific things to do with that, whether it's the flag of the country, or we're having Australia tonight, or whether it's a food of the country like Vegemite, which is a Australian food, or an artifact of the country like a boomerang. You'll be able to find the places to do that are just for fun. So once you have looked on the internet and found out what is the food of your country, then you have to use your imagination, because maybe you don't want to eat the food of that country. For example, in Australia night, Australians eat a lot of red and gray kangaroo steaks on the grill. We don't want to eat red or gray kangaroo steaks on the grill, so we'll use our imaginations and we'll say, let's have ribeyes and call it red and gray kangaroo steaks. Nobody from the UN is going to come check you out. This is not about authenticity. This is for fun and ease. So you use your imagination to call the foods whatever you want. You use the skills of your people. If your people are good grillers and you need a griller, then use them. If they can bake, use a baker. If they are good at ice sculpting, use the ice sculpting. Whatever is the skill, you can go ahead and use of your people. You don't have to do everything. After you have looked at these things and chosen your menu, then as you decide what is feasible to get and what is too hard, then reinvent and call it something else. And you only need like two or three appetizers, 2 or 3 things on your main plate, and then a dessert. And one of the easiest desserts is to go to the candy of the nation that you're going to use, which you can then use as a dessert, as a decoration, or as a souvenir, and it's normally easy to get. Then you go to the internet again to do your internet translator. For Australia, we don't have to worry about it because they speak English. If it was France, then I would go Google French translator, and several free ones will come up, and you type in the name of the food on your menu. It tells you what to call it. And be creative. Don't just call it a steak. Call it Louis XIV on a roll, or whatever you want to call it, but be creative with the names that you call it. And you type that up, print it, cut it out, and put the little menus on everybody's plates. It's a souvenir and an interest along with using the language of the nation. The last thing that you have to do is look for your music. And you do that again on the internet. You go to iTunes, type in what's the music of Australia, French music, whatever it is, and it will come up with plenty of ideas to use in a broad variety. And you should use a broad variety as you're doing your music, because it helps get a flavor of the country. Now, that music is just going to be playing in the background, and so it shouldn't be something with a driving beat or something that overcomes your conversation. But go ahead and download that music. It only needs to be about an hour. You don't have to do multiple CDs. Just cycle through the same one. And download that, burn your CD, and you've got your music. So, now you have your friends, you have your place, you have your internet search so you know what to do with the menu, you have your printing out the menu, and all you're ready to do with your music also is to open the door, welcome your friends, and have a great time. And you might even turn it into a dinner club and go many international places over time. So it's a fabulous night. It's easy to do. Have a good time, and thank you for coming.